All right, Algebra 2. Day 7 notes is all about the remainder theorem. Some of you may have printed off the notes. Some of you maybe just want to wing it with freehand, like with your own paper. That's fine too. I'm going to give you a few things. All right, we're not going to do all of them. Remainder theorem, they're going to give you some things like a polynomial. Let's call it p of x. All right, you're going to divide this polynomial by something like x minus a, where a is some number usually. All right. Couple of examples. So number 1, if you have the notes, straight out of the notes. This is x squared minus 8x plus 18. All right, then I want you to divide that by x minus 2. All right, so you can do long division, just like you did it on the homework the day before, or your notes the day before. All right, little review. X times what gives you x squared? It's got to be x. Multiply x by everything out front. X squared minus 2x. Subtract that line. First term's got to go away. Negative 8x minus a negative 2x is negative 8 plus 2x, negative 6x. Bring down the 18. Start the process all over. X times what gives you negative 6x? It's going to be minus 6. Negative 6 times all of this is negative 6x plus 12. Subtract everything. 18 minus 12 is 6. All right, so your answer would be x minus 6 plus the remainder of 6 over what you divided by x minus 2. That's long division from the day before. The remainder theorem. The remainder theorem basically will give you the remainder without doing all that work. All right, this a, we're going to say our polynomial was p of x. If I do p of a, in this case it would be p of 2. All right, why 2? Because if x minus 2 is a factor, the root would be 2. Like x minus 2 equals 0. X equals 2. All right, so do p of 2. What does p of 2 equal? P of 2, go back to September. That means put a 2 everywhere you see an x. So that's 2 squared minus 8 times 2 plus 18. If you have a calculator, great. If not, wing it. 4 minus 16 plus 18 should be 6. All right, not a coincidence. This is always the same as this, every time. That's the remainder theorem. All right, let's try number 3 from the notes, if you have the notes. Same idea, a little bit more of it. This polynomial, let's call it p of x, I guess. 2x squared plus 11x plus 11. They want you to divide that by x plus 3. All right, so there's p of x. We're going to divide by x plus 3. You can do a long division, see what you get. If x plus 3 is my factor, though, the root would be negative 3. So we're going to do p of negative 3. All right, p of negative 3, squeeze it in. 2 times negative 3 squared plus 11 times negative 3 plus 11. This is 2 times 9 minus 33 plus 11. All right, that should give you negative 4, I believe. So p of negative 3 is negative 4. That essentially should be your remainder. When you do all this long division over here. All right, you can do it, check it out, it works. A couple more things from the notes. All right, if you actually have the notes, there's the textbook version, all that stuff. All right, it tells you any p of x that you have divided by any x minus a. All right, that's going to equal some quotient, they call it q of x, plus p of a, which is essentially the remainder, over x minus a. Fancy way of writing your answer for long division. Quotient, remainder, what you divided by. All right. The next thing I want you to look at for the notes. If you go to number 6 in the notes, if you have them, if not, just follow along. All right. Number 6 says, is x minus 3 a factor of p of x? All right, this p of x is x squared minus 11x plus 24. All right, is it a factor? You could do long division. Takes forever, right? X minus 3, does that go into x squared minus 11x plus 24? Long division, takes time, get your answer. If you get a remainder of 0, that means it's a factor, all right? So 0 remainder means yes, it's a factor. Yes, x minus 3 is a factor. Remember, long division is just like factoring. A little bit longer though. Instead of doing all that work, takes forever. All right, if x minus 3 is a factor, that means the 0 would be 3. So let's just do p of 3. Does that equal 0, essentially, is what we're trying to figure out. Right? So p of 3 equals what? P of 3 be 3 squared minus 11 times 3 plus 24. 9 minus 33 plus 24. That is 0. So since p of 3 is 0, you don't have to do all this work. It takes forever, right? All that long division. You can basically say, yeah, I know the remainder is going to be 0. That means right off the bat, all right? Since the remainder is 0, x minus 3 is a factor. All right, you can do lots more examples if you have the notes. Take a look at them, give it a shot. All right, day 8, we'll do that a little bit later. Very similar, all right?